Welcome to Listen.
Teacher Chatter.
This is Robin.
And Jill.
And we're back.
Get excited. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
And we're in school.
And we're
with
in
kids.
school. I know we're talking
Yeah.
with our team. We're like, we haven't had a 4-day work week with kids in over 3
We haven't
weeks.
had 5-day work.
Oh yeah,
week.
we've had a 4-day week.
Yeah, we've had 3 of those in a row.
Yeah.
We've almost been living the life of those people with 4-day work weeks.
We
and
have.
it felt good
Yeah,
overall.
Listen, I had to pay for it on Tuesday because my kids were wild.
Yes. Every
But
Tuesday, I do
but
feel
I'm
like we
telling
pay
you,
for it.
it was nice. I was amazed at how much work I got done on those Mondays.
Yeah,
And then having
great.
one off, it was amazing.
I'll take it every week.
Yes.
It's fine. We'll make it happen. Who's got that power? All right.
Obviously not us.
Nope. Highs and lows. I will start us
Okay,
off.
go.
My low is, now we did have these days off. I had some extra days off because my kid was sick. And then on top of that,
I'm not even sure you worked, have you, in the last few weeks?
I know. So, and then my husband and I took a trip, which sounds like, yeah, why is that a low? And it wasn't. That was amazing. But it's the coming back.
I know.
And not having all the things together
I
and feeling
agree.
put together. And then I was like, I feel like I only worked like 2 days the previous week
Yeah.
because of the sickness and all of the stuff. And then I came back and I'm like, oh my gosh, do I even know how to teach anymore? Like, that's what I felt like. I had everything together, but then I was sitting there and I'm like,
And I bet
man.
you were tired.
I was a little tired. And then we had the time change.
I know.
So I've been going to bed at like 9 and
because
waking
the night
up.
feels like forever.
Yeah, the darkness.
It's awful.
The darkness. So there's that. My high is that one, our school has an amazing programs throughout, right?
Yes.
Like anything a kid could want to do,
Yep.
you can do, get your kid involved, right?
And there's lots of different options.
Yes, so many options. Well, our youngest son has decided that he would like to try wrestling.
Oh.
Mostly because he wants to be a WWE wrestler.
Well, I support that.
But you
And
gotta
you know what?
start
I feel
somewhere.
like he's quick.
He
I think
is.
that'd be good at wrestling.
So we were like, you know what? We've never had a kid get into
Yes.
wrestling, but we're all for try it. Sure.
Yeah.
You're 8. Go try.
Give
Figure
it
out
a
what you
try.
like. So he goes to wrestling camp, and first of all, our school district, Ozark, they have amazing.
They really do. And
like,
it's very popular.
Yes, amazing tradition in wrestling. So they had a bunch of high school kids there, the coaches helping in this wrestling camp. And my kid was living the life. He came out feeling like he's 100%. I mean, he's in. But the other thing, and where my high comes into play, was seeing my former students
Yeah.
that were helping the younger kids was so much fun. And then seeing like my kids that are in 6th grade, they saw me like, Mrs. Weedle, what are you doing here? Or my current ones were at the camp. And so they just like, it was so nice to see them out and about in a different setting. And then for them, like today I was able to check in with them and just say like, hey, so what'd you think of wrestling? What do you think? And you know, it's just like one of those, again, like a touch point of being personal and having those connections with kids. And I just loved it.
That is nice.
Yeah. So that was my high.
Well, my low, this is my week to have a sick baby. And you know what? She's 16.
Yeah.
And so I'm able to leave her at home and I come to work because it's just
Yeah.
different. She's older. But it's very hard because a couple days she called and she's like, Mom, I just wish you were here. And the guilt of like,
yeah.
I think sometimes we sacrifice our own kids for our job as teachers. And that's been a hard week because I should have just taken off a couple days and just stayed with her because she's not one that ever asked. She's never one to really wanted. And so it was just hard with being at school. And because
Trying to
she is
juggle.
good. It is.
Yeah.
And because she's older and usually she's so fine to stay at home with no problem. But it was hard. And she's still sick. And she missed 3 days of school. And we were talking about how yours missed a whole week. And
oh my gosh,
you feel like, I'm one to really push my kid. Okay, you got to go. But I told Dave it's because we were going to make her go on Friday. But I was like, listen, her body, she'll never be able to walk that high school. And she's just wiped out. And I was like, what if she gets worn down and does not get better? So we let her stay home. But it just makes it hard for your sick baby. So no matter how big they get. And then my oldest actually had the same sickness too. She just wasn't at home with us. So I had 2 kids to worry about. So that was hard.
That's always fun.
I know. So anyway, my high is, this sounds morbid as I say this, but we went to my friend Nikki's dad's funeral, which was very sad.
Mm-hmm.
But we had one of my friends that used to teach her, our principal, she rode down with us. And we went to eat. The group of us went to eat after the funeral and just to sit around and laugh and think of fun memories. And just, I think that's what we talk about this all the time, where you have a culture of great friendships that even though you don't work together anymore, you sit right back down, you get back into the, and just laughing and relaxing and having a time. You know, we never get to get away for lunch as a teacher. You know, I don't think people realize, like, when you work in an office building or something, there's something about getting out of your building and getting to eat lunch and stuff. And it just felt so nice of something that was so sad, but just be able to laugh together and have fun and bring back great memories. So it's good seeing old friends.
Yeah, and good. I think that's the mark of a true friendship, when you cannot be around each other for a while and just pick up where you were and having a good time. Like, there's no, like, I can't believe you've been busy, or, you know, or whatever. It's just like,
and I loved also because she texted and she said, hey, I'm taking off a half day because I'm going to go to the funeral. And I was like, do you want to ride with me? She's like, yes, I was hoping you would say that. Like, she felt comfortable to call and reach out. And I love that. Yes. So that was a great thing.
That is good.
So
all right, this week.
Yes. So we're on a thankful November.
Thankful November. We're thankful. And so thankful. We did this last year and we had a lot of fun with it.
We did have a lot of fun.
So we brought it back. Okay. And this is thank you notes.
Thank you notes.
Thank you notes to whatever.
People, the world,
the things,
anything,
whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
You guys ready for this?
Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
As they respond.
Yes. As we're waiting for the response.
Yeah. What'd you say? Huh? Oh, give me a yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right. You ready?
Ready.
First one. Thank you, administrators, for doing my observation on the party days. It really helps calm my nerves and makes me feel successful.
I feel like it would, you know, and why not? I've known principals to come in during spelling bees.
Oh no!
Yeah, think about that.
You know what? I think we've talked about this before.
Party days, though. I mean, look at that collaboration of being able to sprinkle that glitter.
Yes, all over.
Yeah.
I'll never forget one year, and I know I've talked about this before, but my friend Nikki Garner told my principal to go in there and observe me right then because I was rearranging my classroom. And I was like, go ahead. This is some cooperative learning.
You know what? Here's the thing. Like, I think there's all different types of people when an observation happens. You know, like mine's like they'll come in and be like, is it a good time? I'm like, I don't care.
We're just glad you're here. Get it done.
Do it. I mean, I'm like, there's nothing. And I just tell them, like, there's nothing special happening right now.
Get it over with.
Do it. Yeah. Like, I don't feel like it's an end all be all. You know, I'm a good teacher. Yeah. This may not be my brightest moment, but that is okay.
And it's okay. And you know what? I'm never one to like put on a show when you're coming.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, just come and do it. I'm not doing anything special. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I agree with 100%.
And that's why I'm fine with the observation. Now people like, I hated having to write those lesson plans out and like follow it. I'm like, eh.
No.
So
I love it good.
Okay. Well, mine is thank you, dry shampoo. For letting me sleep in a little bit more and not have hair that looks completely disgusting after 5 days of no wash.
Listen, I'm going to admit something. I am not a dry shampoo fan.
Robin!
My daughters love it. They swear by it. They think I have never used dry shampoo in my life.
It is a complete life changer.
But I just don't think it would work for me. I think I would
it would.
Because my hair just goes, if I just don't think. I'm going to try it. You know what? I'm going to try this.
Try it. And there are certain types that are better than others. You need to know that. But
what do you recommend?
I don't know because my hair is blonder than yours. So I can get away with a lot of stuff. Yeah. But with being darker hair, you have to think about like if it looks like powdery.
Looks like you have dandruff.
Yeah. Basically. But I'm telling you right now, I can sleep in longer. It doesn't take me to fix my hair as long.
Yes.
And
my
people will say, your hair looks great today. I'm like, thank you. It's day 4.
How long do you take before you wash hair?
It depends on the week.
Shut up. Don't tell me you do really 5 days.
Oh, I've been more than 5 days. Right now, this is day 5.
Are you kidding me?
No.
My only 2 days.
This is my day 5, and this is because I actually also had it in braids yesterday, and so I just took them out.
No way.
And sprayed in that dry shampoo.
2 days at the most. But maybe I don't shampoo.
One day at a time. You know, you just move it forward.
I'm gonna try dry shampoo.
So there are some people out there that are cringing right now because I said the 5 days, and some people that are like, "You go, girl."
Yeah, I'm kind of cringing. Not
it's
to
okay.
judge,
I'm not offended.
But it seems like a lot to me.
Yeah.
That seems like a long time.
I'm gonna wash
it tomorrow. But you don't smell, so
no.
I'm not offended by your smell or anything. So you're doing good. It's working because it looks good and you don't stink.
It's fine.
All right.
Dry shampoo for the win.
All right. That's right. Man, look at all the things we're learning today.
Uh-huh.
All right. Here we go. Thank you, parents that come an hour before school to sit in the car line to pick up your child. That really helps me realize how much extra work I'd have if I did, how much extra time I'd have if I didn't work.
What in the world? I had a parent the other day that was talking to me about this and said it does take her, she has 2 kids, only 2, but they're in different buildings, and she said it takes her an hour to get them everywhere they need to be.
Listen.
And I don't even think she's one that shows up early.
Listen, I sit right here, and you can look out my window here.
Oh, okay? Yeah.
I can see
this
used to
be my window. So I know.
And I look out there, and by 2:20, people, we don't even dismiss till 3:50. Now, I can make this accusation. You know why? Because my mom probably was used to be the one that sat there way early. Because you know what? She didn't like the stress of waiting in the line. Like, that made her nervous.
Yeah.
And she didn't want my kids to have to wait after a long day of school. So, like, I can judge because guess what? My mother was one.
Your mom.
I can do this because I know.
It's me.
But I just can't imagine. Like, I would get so antsy sitting there. Now, listen, my husband could come and sit for an hour and not think anything of it. He would YouTube his fishing videos and he'd be okay.
But it does come back to you have nothing else to do
for an hour and a half. Hour and a half.
Yeah, and that's one direction. An hour and a half. I remember I would see parents get out and then they would start walking.
Well,
around.
I guess that's exercise time. I know it's crazy.
And I have heard parents say they don't want their kid to wait. They don't want her to wait, and I'm like,
listen, Maddie and Abby shouldn't have to wait. Mom didn't think so. Listen, little prison. I was like, when those days that I was off, I was like, listen, you might as well go sit down because I'll be the last car coming through. I stopped at Sonic. I got me a drink.
I'm not waiting in line. I'm coming through the line when everybody else is gone.
That's right. They're gonna be the one that you're gonna think you're gonna call me, but I'm still coming. Don't worry.
I'm here. I'm just like waiting for. I don't want any of that. Wow. Yes. Okay. Thank you, disinfectant wipes, for showing me how truly disgusting everything is.
That is true.
Tables, all of it. Guys, you put the disinfectant wipe on a table and you're going cleaning it like this.
And you can even do it daily.
You lift it up and it's brown.
It is actually disgusting.
How is that even possible?
I bet we could do that right now.
I know. And on top of that, I will tell kids, I'm like, do it again. Yeah. See what else I have. Do it again. Hold it up.
I know.
It's brown.
It's actually really gross now that you said that. You're really sicking me out today. You got dirty hair and your room's nasty. What more are you going to share with me, okay?
Oh my gosh. That's so funny. That's so true.
You know what? You're spot on. You're spot on.
I mean, but I do. Part of me appreciates it because I'm like, oh, look at all the grossness we got off.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, there's still more there.
So how thick is the grossness?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gross.
It's amazing.
That is...
Thank you, disinfectant wipes. I appreciate you.
Okay. Thank you, sweet first grader. I'm so thankful that I remind you of your grandma, even though I'm only 35 years old.
You're only 35? Wow, Robin.
Maybe I'm a little bit older, but when I was younger, they would say that to me.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Hey, you look just like my grandma.
Oh, my God.
Your grandma? I'm only 35. How old's your grandma? She's probably 37.
Yeah. My first year of teaching, I had this sweet little girl, and so I'm 22.
And you were young.
And she looks at me and she goes, Miss Sweetle, and I think maybe we shared this before. She's like, too bad you're married. My grandpa's single. And I was like, too bad. Yeah, man.
Thanks a lot.
I know. I'm like, I'm 22. How old's your grand? I mean, I didn't even ask. I was just like, yep, too bad.
I'm married.
Wow. But yes, being any of those things, being called grandma.
Any of those.
I mean, mom is whatever.
The fact is, it doesn't even offend me anymore, but it is funny.
But grandma's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, maybe good thing it's just not grandpa. That would be a little
right.
Okay. Thank you, lanyards, for helping me know where my keys are, and as a bonus, letting me know the status of all the staff members in the building. And this is what I mean.
Status.
The status. Because you have people that their status, I don't know if status is the right words, but like who they affiliate themselves with. So you'll have your chief lanyards. You'll have your blingy lanyards. You'll have your I don't care lanyards.
This feels like it could have been a whole episode.
Vol, like what are we should write that down. Different statuses, what shows your status. Yeah, because like
I think it's different probably in middle school than here.
Really?
I feel like you might have the basics and then you have the people. You know what I mean? That like a little something extra.
Oh, you think yours are all what? Basic or extra?
Mine that I have personally?
Yeah. No, I mean like in
no.
this building.
No, I think we have both. I think
Uh-huh.
you either have some that just whatever someone handed them to them, like Ozark Tigers, or whatever came in the free things, the Whataburger, the one those. And then I actually have 8 lanyards, and I wear them like necklaces. Depends on my outfit.
You switch them out?
I switch them out every day. Depends what I wear.
I didn't even know that people did that.
I do. I have colorful ones. I have red and black ones. I have one that looks like a necklace.
Oh.
I have beige. That's kind of more my thing. Black and white for Spirit Day. Yeah.
I'm seeing things differently. Yeah. I didn't even know that was a thing. And I have the basic one that
girl.
They gave me.
You're a basic white girl.
Yeah, I'm basic. I'm basic. I just have the one that the school district gave me. But I thought about that today because
that's actually
some people, well, clearly. Did you make yours? Did you make any?
I actually made 3 because this year at the beginning of the year, that was our new, instead of playing games, we made lanyards.
Your principal stole that because they did that the year before in my building.
Yeah, we loved them. So I have 2 that I made.
Yeah.
And then I have some that I have just bought for a variety of colors
to
make sure my outfit.
See, that's what I'm saying. Thank you, lanyards, for letting me. Man. I mean, there's so much you can learn from a lanyard.
That is so true.
And your keys are there. So much easier when you have all this stuff.
Now, here's another thing.
Yeah.
I'm like a lanyard connoisseur, but I also have the kind that move back and forth. So when you tie because I go in a lot of doors.
So I had one and it broke.
You know what? I got one for you.
I bet you do. How many? Oh my gosh.
A box of them.
Now I do have to tell you that on my keys, something a little bonus I have is every team that I've ever worked with, I have a little key fob thing for.
Oh, no, that's nice.
And it has the coordinates of where our pod was.
Oh, that's actually very nice.
Yeah. Whenever I left, I've only had 2 teams. Well, this is my 3rd, my current one. But before that, and so I actually got everybody one, and so that everybody could have it. So it was like a little memento.
Maybe I'll do that for my pod.
Yeah, it makes me happy because like then it has like a personalized thing on the back that has like one has like hashtag links pod for life because that was my first group, and then ONE North 5th grade for life.
That's actually very nice.
Yeah, so they're always close to my heart.
Oh, that's
you didn't know I was so sensitive in my dirty
sentimental.
Hair. Dirty.
You might be dirty, but you're very thoughtful.
Sometimes. You might be dirty. That's so good. Now people are going to go to YouTube just to see what I look like. They're going to be like, what does she look like after? This is not bad. That's not bad.
She doesn't look nasty.
No.
And she doesn't smell. I want to lay it all down there.
I feel like the dry shampoo has a little scent to it, but I feel like it is
powder?
smelling.
Does it smell like powder?
Maybe.
I will. I'm this close to sniffing you, but it seems inappropriate. You don't smell. Speaking of sniffing, I got the funniest thing. I was walking down the hallway this week.
People, you are in for a treat today.
And I heard Miss Ackland, one of our teachers, said, "Don't make me start sniffing hands. I will start sniffing hands. Don't make me start sniffing hands. You better use soap or I'm going to start sniffing hands." I said, "Listen, I hate if you have to start sniffing hands. That's going to be gross."
I would say no. Don't do it, Eklund. It is not worth it. Don't sniff those kindergarten hands.
Listen, people don't know what the elementary world is really like.
Now you're making me want to gag. Oh, that is true, though. But would she really sniff? Do you think she would?
Oh, no, she was dead serious.
No, I bet she was. All right, Eklund, you do your thing, girl.
Kindergarten teachers lay down their life for the next people.
Do.
They don't realize how hard they work.
That's why, again, I propose they make more money than everybody else.
My team down there, they deserve it. For sure.
I agree.
Thank you, cafeteria workers, for having broccoli on the menu every week. I love to start off my morning with that smell.
Yeah.
I hate the smell of broccoli or
cauliflower. Either one.
Ugh.
You don't like to eat them?
No, I don't.
I used to not, but I do now.
I think it's the smell. I think I could probably be okay with eating it. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, it smells. And then I feel like a 2-year-old, like when I'm like, ugh, and, I'm like, pull it together, Robin.
Maybe this is a weird thing. I love walking through our cafeteria in the morning. Like, not when the kids are in there eating breakfast, but like during my playing time, it's the second block. Yeah. And I walk through, and every day I'm like, it smells so good in here. And then I'm hungry. And I'm like, I want to eat this food.
But do you like it on broccoli cauliflower day?
I guess so. It doesn't bother me. I get what you're saying. I know that there's an extra smell.
Nasty.
But I like broccoli and cauliflower cooked. And I think they do a good job with it.
Yeah.
No. You're out.
I'm out.
You're out. Okay. Well, my next one. Thank you, Heat, for only working when it's actually hot outside. I don't know if anybody else has a problem, but if the heat is on and it's hot outside, man, the heat is working
really well.
I feel it. The kids, the room is thick with scent and heat, and I'm sweating and all the things. And then it gets cold.
30,
it gets cold outside, and I'm like, and I am cold. So I know that we have air conditioning and heat, but I think it's questionable. So
I know, and doesn't
it feel that
way? Well, I've heard about the middle school.
I mean, and I shouldn't complain. My room's actually not that bad. I'm in a good spot.
But what's weird is
I paid extra for it.
Listen, I feel like our air condition here is like, it goes on like it's temperature wise, so it's either cold or hot. Like it doesn't go from heat to cold. Does yours heat or cold?
I think
you either have the heat or you have the cold.
I think they have to turn the heat on.
Oh, see, now ours is that way. So like right now.
Oh, now you're just bragging. Wow. What are you gonna tell me now? Yours actually works. I was in this room.
My air doesn't always work.
No,
my heat always works.
Well, anyway, yeah, that's where it is. Some people understand that struggle in the
Well,
world.
they
Not
understand.
everybody.
Not
everybody. Especially you people that have a thermostat in your room and actually it works.
Oh yeah. Do you not have a thermostat in your room?
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
Okay.
Yours doesn't work.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We all have them. It's like a fake
It's
out.
a prop.
Yeah, and it's like
It's
sometimes
a prop.
I would like walk over and I'd be like, I'm gonna see if it works and go really far this way. And no, it didn't. But some people, they do.
No,
they have
I
things
agree.
that work like
That's
that.
crazy talk.
What is that?
Not the real world.
That's an upgrade.
That's an upgrade.
I don't even know what kind of upgrade, but we don't have it. Okay, what do you got?
Thank you, weatherman, for telling us that we're going to get 5 to 10 inches of snow overnight. So I plan on staying home, and then we get nothing. I'm already in. Listen, when it starts getting cold, though, even though this week it's been 80, so I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I go straight to snow days.
Mm-hmm.
Like I start living for them.
Well, then we get emails about AMI.
Oh.
So then it's like
speaking really, my love language.
It's like really not the AMI. I'm like, give me 4 days, get me no more.
Yeah, but the 4 days, it is my word talking about instant gratification. We're not talking about the 5th day yet.
Yeah.
We're just thinking about the 4 days right now.
Okay.
On the 5th day, we'll have to start panicking again. But for now, man, a snow day. I love it.
We've been only working 4 days a week. Save it. Save it in December. We have 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row where we have 5 days.
Listen.
Give us a snow day.
January, we really need them. February, we need them. And you know what? Throw in one in March.
Yeah.
But January, February for sure.
I agree.
I love a good snow day.
I know. And I also agree. Really, thank you, weathermen, for
you know what? I'd rather you
false information. And I know they feel it.
I do.
They know what they're saying.
And I feel like it's a lot of pressure for them. I do.
Yeah.
I feel like it because people get angry with them.
In our job, we're supposed to help kids read.
Yeah. Watch the weather correctly.
I don't know how to help a kid read better. That's my job.
Yes, so read the weather better.
So read the weather better.
And listen, wouldn't you much rather be under, and then people are just happy if they get it?
Yeah. Always underdo.
Yeah.
But then they think if they do
people won't
that,
be prepared.
Yeah, they won't be prepared. They want to make people prepared no matter what.
But listen, people around here, you even say you've got a little bit of snow, they go to Walmart. And clean out. Listen, I do it too.
Bread and eggs and milk gone.
Chocolate chip cookies gone to make it home because I feel like baking. Don't you bake on snow days?
You said chocolate chip cookies though, so you don't buy the cookies. You are.
I buy the pack.
Oh, the pack.
I add my own milk and eggs, so they're homemade. I don't do the breakaway. Sometimes I do the breakaway, but I'm like, if I feel on snow days, I feel like I'm really being like
you're Betty Crocker.
Betty Crocker.
You're Betty Crocker on snow days. Oh my gosh! Please FaceTime me the next snow day whenever you become Betty Crocker. Nice. Okay. Thank you, Gmail, for giving me that ability to schedule emails out.
I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah,
it's an option. New?
It's been an option for at least a year or two. I will show you how to do it, but in all seriousness, thank you, because if there's an email I know I need to schedule for next week, I can do it. But I had a blooper last week.
Uh-oh.
Because I like to do them, and I've been forgetting because of all these multiple things gone. But I like to send out a reminder about our PACE meetings on Friday and who's going to be doing the devotion. So on Thursday, it's supposed to go out. But I scheduled it out the week before, 2 weeks before.
It's already done.
So it's already done.
That's very nice.
I did that last week.
When you're in Las Vegas.
No, actually,
By the pool.
it was this week last week. and it went out that day.
Oh no.
And it had, this is where I know, like, this is when you know I was doing too many things at once. It had my discussion group attached to it.
Well, maybe you're thinking bigger.
I don't know what happened, but so it didn't go when I scheduled it. It came early and it had an extra attachment.
Well, you know what? Maybe you wanted to just give them a little extra.
I guess I'm like, I want you guys to know that I have a discussion
what
group.
awesome questions
and that they're reading Escape, from this or that, or Aliens in My Lunchbox. I wanted you to know that we're reading that, and these kids have 30 pages to read next week. But the scheduled, if you guys do not know how to do that, it's great.
Well, we're not going to leave here till I learn today, because
it's really easy.
Because listen, I am spastic and I think of things, but I'm not ready for it to go. So that would save my life.
I agree.
When I can do it, I can do it.
Yep. And then it's done and you can check it off your list.
Because you know what? I thought I sent an email because we were doing a book study.
Yep.
And so I thought I had signed up for it and I didn't get the book. And so I went to Dr. Wallace and was like, I was going to tell him like I signed up. Then I went and it was in my drafts. I never sent it. So I was like, this is awkward. So there's that.
Got to be careful.
Yes. You know what? I'm going to do another one that I kind of is on the same track with you.
Oh.
Dear whoever invented my text messaging.
Dear developer of the text message.
My Apple iPhone, I appreciate that I can edit my response.
Yes.
Because you know what? We used to couldn't edit.
Yeah.
And I would look down and I'm like, who wrote this? Because it'd be like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, this doesn't even make sense. It auto corrects.
Yeah.
Listen, don't you know, they should be able to speak Robin.
Don't you know how to speak Robin? Are you mighty? I don't understand.
I was going with an Irish theme. Thank you. I think you were a leprechaun or something. A pirate. I wasn't sure.
I was both. I started out as a leprechaun and turned into a pirate.
I was like, wow.
Don't you know my dream?
Anyway, I am glad that I can edit quickly because I was very embarrassed about things that I was said that was inappropriate or was because you know what? And then you wonder like. Sometimes there's bad words in there, and you're like, I don't even say bad words. How did this bad word get in there? My Apple phone knows I don't speak nasty words. You know what I mean?
The algorithm knows that Robin doesn't have nasty words.
I don't speak that way.
It listens to you all day. How many times? Maybe Never. It's in your quiet room.
Well, you know what? They might have learned a few words there. That is true. They might have. Not from me, but from others. So anyway, I do appreciate that. Great function.
Oh my goodness. Do you have any more on that list?
I don't think so.
Oh, wow. Well, I think we have a lot to be thankful for.
You know what? It really is great to be
You know what? I'm going to add one more.
Okay, go.
Thank you, principals, for taking the parents that are out of control off of my plate.
You know what? Listen.
Seriousness.
Listen, I don't think we realize how hard administrators, the job they have. Because you know what? They do step in all the time. And they have to deal with a lot and angry things that keep us from having to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And they support you. And I think sometimes we just don't give them the credit and appreciation that they should because they really do put up with a lot of things.
Yeah. And I can't say how much I appreciate whenever there are parents that just get out of hand.
Yeah.
And you feel comfortable going to your principal and them saying, I've got this.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
You don't have to worry about it.
And it just,
I agree.
It literally means like the world to a teacher when they know.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're just trying to push it off on a principal, but when it's like, this is outrageous, whatever this parents, and they're like, we got it.
Yeah.
And then they take care of it. And I do think that parents deal with administrators differently than 100%. They do teachers.
No.
And whatever, that's fine. But I appreciate administrators recognizing that and just taking it off of a teacher.
And I've actually heard both of mine have said, listen, this is not something you need to deal with. This is not, you didn't sign up for this. I'll take care of this. And I do appreciate that. That was a great one, didn't it? It was a good one. I mean, not that our dry shampoo and the broccoli was a good one, but that's a good settle one.
Thank you, administrators.
Yes. So,
well, this would be a good time to do reminders.
Yes.
You can see us in all our glory, especially that hair of mine today on YouTube.
That's right.
Can compare which one. How many days are you on?
Oh, my second. I'll be
that's
in tomorrow.
Me too. And we are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all the things. So check us out.
All right. So I am, instead of kind of doing a challenge,
Yep.
I'm just going to kind of do some encouragement today that I came across saying, and it's the verse is Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. And I saw this saying that I thought, man, this really, I think sometimes we need to hear this. It is somewhere. Could you sing a song or something?
La-di-da, sing a song.
Okay, it says, here we go. Thank you.
I probably will get a recording contract after that.
I'm sure. So it was meant for you to shine. It was meant for you to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you went to Las Vegas. You should have.
Yeah,
anyway, all right. It said the difference between fitting in and belonging. And it says fitting in is becoming who you think you need to be in order to be accepted. But belonging is being your authentic self and knowing that no matter what happens, you belong to you. And I thought that was just a good reminder of people. You know, I see people out there and I see kids and I even see teachers and even parents. And I see like people in the PTA that try to be somebody different to fit in.
Yeah.
And just remember that God created you specifically, that you are special. And my husband, we taught a college Sunday school class. We actually just gave it up. But this last week, he said before they left, he's like, there's no one like you. God created you unique. There's not a person out there with you. And I just thought, if you're trying to fit into a group or a class or a school or anything, that is not what you're called to be. You just need to belong to things and just know that you need to bring your authentic self, knowing that no matter what happens, you belong to you. So just a good reminder.
Yeah. Well, and we all have our purpose and our talents.
Yeah.
And like within the womb, God was piecing all of that together.
Yeah.
And it's okay that it's different than others. You want it to be different than others.
Yes.
And just accept those pieces.
And be thankful for who you are. I mean, we can always better ourselves. We can always be better people.
Yes.
So it doesn't mean you shouldn't try to work on your faults or
feel
whatever.
like I'm pretty good.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying be the person you are, but be thankful.
Be the person you are.
I mean, be the person you are, but if you have some things you need to work on too.
We all have things we can work on.
Yes. But be proud of who you are and know that God created you for a reason and you're special. So just a little reminder.
Love it.
All right. Well, listen, we hope you have an amazing week in our world, a 5-day week.
Yeah.
Come back rested by Friday.
Woo! We got this.
But then we only have 2 days after that.
Coming up.
Can you believe it? Thanksgiving. I don't even know where this year went. So, all right. Hey, listen. This is Listen.
Teacher Chatter.
This is Robin.
And Jill.
Having a great week.